Welcome back to Ashok Educational Groups. In this video, we will see the most important current affairs December 2020 expected to ask in competitive exams. First, Narendra Singh Tomar launches ANI FPO programs in 5 states. ANI Farmer Producer Organization program is achieving the goal of increasing farmers' income. These 5 FPOs will be set up by the National Agricultural Cooperative Marketing Federation of India Limited. They will be set up in five states. Those are East Champaran, Bihar; Merona, Madhya Pradesh; Bharatpur, Rajasthan; Mathura, Uttar Pradesh; and last, Sundarbans, West Bengal. Next, RBI monetary policy rate unchanged. The 6-member Monetary Policy Committee of Reserve Bank of India, headed by the Governor Shaktikant Das, has decided to maintain the status quo on policy rate amid sticky rate of inflation. At this point, the repo rate, or the rate at which RBI lends to the bank, stands unchanged at 4%. The reserve repo rate also stayed unchanged at 3.35%. The MPC committee member voted unanimously in favor of this decision, that a reverse repo rate is 3.35. And the marginal standing facility rate, the bank rate, have been kept unchanged at 4.25. These repo rate and reverse repo rate and marginal standing facility rate are important. Next, Reliance Industries tops Fortune India 500 ranking 2020. Here are the list of 10 companies. First, Reliance Industries, Indian Oil Corporation, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, State Bank of India, Bharat Petroleum Corporation, Tata Motors, Rajesh Exports, Tata Consultancy Service, ICI Bank, and last, Larsen and Tobruk. Next, Indian Navy Day on 4th December. The theme of Navy Day 2020 is Indian Navy Combat Ready, Credible and Cohesive. The day is marked in the recognition of launch of Operation Trident during the Indo-Pakistan War in 1971. The Indian Navy is a marine branch of Indian Armed Forces and is led by President of India as a Commander-in-Chief. The Maratha Empire, Chhatrapati Shivaji Bhosle of 17th century is considered the father of the Indian Navy. Cabinet approves Atmanirbhar Bharat. Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana to boost employment in the formal sector of encouraging the business to do fresh hiring amid the pandemic. Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana will also incentivize the creation of new employment opportunities under AB Package 3.0. The government will pay both 12% employees contribution and 12% employers contribution. So that will be 24% of wages towards EPF in respect of new employees in establishments employing up to 1,000 employees for 2 years. Next, Center launches a QRMP scheme for GST payers. That is QRMP means quarterly return filing and monthly payment of taxes. So this is for the scheme for small taxpayers under GST system. Persons with aggregate turnover up to 5 crore would be allowed to furnish the GSTR1 and GSTR3B returns on a quarterly basis beginning January to March quarter of 2020-21. Bajrang Punia and Elavenil Valaravan Bags Sports Person of the Year award. Awards personality. See, Sports Person of the Year female, 11 Valerivan. And Sports Person of the Year male, Bajrang Punya. Best State Promoting Sports Award, Madhya Pradesh. Best Company Promoting Sports Award, private sector, that is Anil Kumble. Next, Gwalior or Orcha in UNESCO World Heritage Cities list. The historical fort cities of Gwalior and Orcha in Madhya Pradesh have been included in the list of UNESCO's World Heritage Cities under the World Heritage Cities program. Heritage cities of India will be increased to 40. Gwalior was established in 9th century, ruled by Gurjar Pratihar Rajwans Tomar, Bangel Kwancho and Sindhyas. It occupies the sandstone plateau and consists of memorials, forts and palaces. Famous spots include Sun Temple famous spots include Sun Temple, Jal Vilas Palace, Memorial of Tansen, Tigra Dam and 15th Gujral Mahal Palace among others. Orcha means hidden palace. Name suggests that it's popular for its temple and palaces and was the capital of Bundel Kingdom in 16th century. The famous spots in the town are Raj Mahal, Jahangir Mahal, Ramraj Temple, Rai Praveen Mahal and Lakshmi Narayan Mandir. Next, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris jointly named the Times Persons of the Year 2020. US President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris have been the jointly named Time Magazine's 2020 Person of the Year. Korean pop group BTS as its Entertainer of the Year and basketball star LeBron James, the Athlete of the Year. Zoom founder Eric Yuan was aptly named Business Person of the Year. Next, India ranks 131 in Human Development Index, that is HDI 2020. According to the report released by the United Nations Development Program, India has been dropped 2 points, 131 among 189 countries in 2020 HDI index. Norway topped the index, followed by Israel, Ireland, Switzerland, Hong Kong, and Iceland. The report showed Niger is the lowest ranked country in 189. India 131, Bhutan 129, Bangladesh 133, Nepal 142, and Pakistan 154 in HDI. Our BRICS countries, Russia was 52 in the Human Development Index and Brazil 84, China 85. India is the least one. The basic dimension of human development, that is life expectancy, education and per capita income. UNEP announces 2020 Championship of the Earth Award. The UN Environmental Program has announced the 6th laureate of the 2020 Championships of Earth Award. The policy leadership, Prime Minister Frank Bainimarama of Fiji. Inspiration and action, Koba, Savandogo, Burkina Faso. Inspiration and action, Namanto, Nenquimo, Ecuador. Science and innovation, Dr. Fabian Leinzert, Germany. And entrepreneur vision, Mindy Luber, USA. Lifetime Achievement Award, Professor Robert D. Bullard, USA. World Championship of Earth Award, the UN Entertainment Program, UNICEF. UNICEF launches Bhagabandhu Award on Creative Economy. UNESCO Bhagabandhu, Bangladesh Bhagabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman International Prize for Creative Economy in its 210th session. It will be given for only 6-year term, only for 6 years. Later they will decide. The award will be given every 2 years with $50,000 prize money 3 times in a 6 year. The renewal of the award will be discussed later. India ranks 111th Human Freedom Index, that is HFI 20. India has placed the 111th spot out of 162 countries. In 2009, India ranked 94th on the index. The first 3 sports have been bagged by New Zealand, Switzerland, Hong Kong. The United States and United Kingdom are tied at the 17th spot on the index. War-torn Syria ranked the least one. However, India has been ranked ahead of China, Bangladesh, which ranked 129th and 139th in 2020 index respectively. Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Telecom Skill Excellence Award announced. First prize, Srinivas Karanam. Second prize, Subrat Kaur. Next, Good Governance Day, 25 December. In India, Good Governance Day, Sushashan Divas, is observed annually on 25th December. In this day, nation celebrates the birth anniversary of Bharat Ratna and former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. ICC Awards of the Decade 2020 announced. List of winners are ICC Spirit of Cricket Award of the Decade goes to MS Dhoni, India. ICC Men's Award, Sir Garfield Sobers Award for ICC Male Cricketer of the Decade, Virat Kohli, India. ICC Men's ODI Cricketer of the Decade, Virat Kohli, India. ICC Men's T20 Cricketer of the Decade, Rashid Khan, Afghanistan. ICC Men's Test Cricketer of the Decade, Kevin Smith, Australia. ICC Men's Associate Cricketer of the Decade, Dale Coates, Scotland. Private lender Yes Bank. Yes Bank has launched an SMS pay functionality on POS terminals, which would allow merchants to accept contactless and remote payments from their customers. Yes Bank has collaborated with French payment service company Worldline to launch the new facility. The Reserve Bank of India has announced that real-time gross settlements (RTGS) system will be made available round the clock on all day of the year with the effect from 30 hours December 14, 2020. Presently, RTGS system is available for customers between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. Private lender ICICI Bank has launched a new version of its mobile payment app called iMobile Pay to offer payments and banking services to customers of any bank. The latest version of the app is interoperable and will now allow payments and other banking services to even those customers who do not hold ICICI Bank account. Reserve Bank of India has cancelled the license of Karat Janata Sahakari Bank, Karat Janata Sahakari Bank Ltd in Maharashtra, as it does not have adequate capital and earning prospects. As such, it does not comply with the provisions of the Banking Regulation Act 1949. More than 99% of the depositors of the bank will get full payments of the deposits from Deposit Insurance and Credit Guaranteed Corporation. The UBS has projected India's real GDP to contrast 10. Contrast 10 means minus 10% of financial year 21. It's a global economics and market outlook 20 and 22 report for the financial year 2020 and 22. UBS expect India's real GDP growth to rebound to plus 10% in 2022. UBS also estimates India's GDP to stabilize at 6.2% in year to year in 2000 in financial year 2023. Japanese research and brokerage house Nomura has projected India to be the fastest growing Asian economy in 2021. New Zealand has declared the climate emergency. So New Zealand declared climate emergency and promised to make its public sector carbon neutral by 2025. New Zealand now joins 32 other countries that have declared a climate emergency. They include Japan, Canada, France, and United Kingdom. And has become the second country in the world to unfurl its national flag on the moon surface. Earlier, this feat was achieved only by the USA when it planted its flag on the moon during the Apollo mission in 1969. If the return journey concludes successfully, China becomes the only third country globally to have samples from the moon. Till date, this record is maintained only by the United States and Soviet Union in 1960s and 70s. The Myanmar Navy has officially inducted the submarine INS Sindhuveer, which was handed over by the Indian Navy to country. It's October 2020. This is the first submarine in Myanmar Navy's arsenal. INS and the Sindhuveer has been renamed as UMS Minye Tenketu by the Myanmar Navy. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has embarked on the three-city visit to 28 November 2020 to personally review COVID-19 vaccine development and manufacturing process at facilities in these cities. Facilities visited by the PM Modi are Jitos Biotech Park in the Ahmedabad and Bharat Biotech in Hyderabad and Serum Institute of India in Pune. United Kingdom Prime Minister Boris Johnson invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi to join the UK hosted G7 Summit 2021, and UK Prime Minister Johnson has also accepted the very generous invitation to attend India's Republic Day celebration in January on 26. PM Johnson will attend India's annual Republic Day parade in New Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch SEHAT Sehat health insurance scheme for the entire Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir on 26th December. It's a first kind in the Union Territory. The Cabinet approved the merger of 4 government-run film and media units: the Film Division, the Directorate of Film Festival, the National Film Archives of India, and the autonomous body Children's Film Society, the National Film Development Corporation. Housing and Urban Affairs Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has launched e-Sampada, a new web portal and mobile app on Good Governance Day. This new application provides a single window for all the services included in allotment for over 1 lakh government residential accommodations, office space allotment to government organizations in 45 office complexes in 28 cities, and booking of 1,176 holiday rooms. Next, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has flagged off the country's first ever fully autonomous driverless train service on the Meganta line of Delhi Metro. Apart from this, PM also launched fully operational National Common Mobility Card NCMC, National Common Mobility Card, the Airport Express line of Delhi Metro to connect DMRC with the NCMC service. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has flagged off the 100th Kisan Rail, very important, Kisan Rail on 28th December 2020. The 100th run of the Kisan Rail was flagged off from the Sangola in Maharashtra to Shalimar in West Bengal virtually. Kisan Rail is mobile cold storage to move perishable things like fruits, vegetables, milk, fish, etc. Complete security. Next, Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa laid the foundation stone for a 11.5 megawatt power plant based on municipal waste in Bidadi, Bangalore. It's a first of its kind power plant in the state, being set up by the Karnataka Power Corporation Limited, and will help in converting 600 tons of municipal waste into 11.5 megawatt energy. Uttar Pradesh government will launch a special program to double the income of farmers. The program, named as Kisan Kalyan Mission from Uttar Pradesh, will cover all assembly constituencies of the state. Union Petroleum and Natural Gases Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has dedicated West Bengal's first oil and gas reserve, Bengal Basin, to the nation. Bengal Basin, important. The Bengal Basin is explored and owned by Oil and Natural Gas Corporation. It is the 8th producing basin of India by ONGC. Next, Karnataka government has unveiled the farmer registration and Unified Beneficiary Information System (FRU ITC), an e-governance portal to create a repository of farmland information and farm loan details on a single platform. All farmers will be registered and given an identification number on the portal. Canara Bank has agreed to run FRIUITS on a pilot basis. Canara Bank. Next, India's first hot air balloon wildlife safari in Tiger Reserve was launched in the world famous Bandevgarh Tiger Reserve by Madhya Pradesh Forest Ministry Vijay Shah. Now, like Africa's forest, tourists in India will also enjoy hot air balloon wildlife safari. Next, the country's first pollinator park with over 40 species of butterflies, honeybees, birds, and insects have been developed over 4 acres in Haldwani, Uttarakhand. Next,